right, how's everybody doing? I loved your talk this morning, man. I only caught half of it because my flight landed at 11, but I enjoyed what I saw. First time ever. Everybody said, you hadn't heard him yet? And I said, no. But anyway, it was great to hear you. I get to spend a little bit of time with you, and then I get on another flight, right? My next flight's at 4:30. So I was invited here to spend a little time by the people who put this event together, the management team of the company. And I got a call. Tim Sales and I are friends, and I talked to Tim. I don't remember the exact time. You guys would probably be able to tell me the exact time. He said, guess what? I'm coming out of retirement. I'm about to do something amazing. I'm bored. I've got to go get some juice back in my life. And he told me the people who are behind the company. He told me of the vision behind the company, the culture that they wanted to create. And to me, what I said in my mind that moment is, guess what? A new player showed up in this great profession of ours. A new, what I have no doubt will be a rising giant. You guys are doing great now, but I think it's just the beginning of what you're about to do. A lot of people look for timing and positioning, but it is important. If you can position yourself at the right place at the right time with the right company, the right culture, the right support system. I've been in that place a few times in my career, and I will tell you, it's an amazing thing. But I will also tell you this, being in the right place at the right time isn't enough. You've got to be in the right place at the right time, and you've got to work your face off. You've got to go nuts during the right place at the right time in order to be able to capture the opportunity. There will be other people in this room, 5 years from today, will say, guess what? Remember that event at La Costa? I was there. And I made this decision, and this decision, and this decision, and I created a future for my family. And then there's going to be another group of people that said, you remember that event at La Costa? I was there. And I let it slip through my fingers. I let life distract me. I let things get in the way. And while other people had success, I'm still going through the grind, right? So, Mr. Gregory, what a great speech, right? Amazing talk. What a human being. Yeah. I was just stunned by, you can tell when you're in the presence of some people that they've got some depth. Some depth. And he's an activist. And guess what? I am too. I'm a network marketing activist. Seriously. I have the belief that we have a better way. This is better than any other way to be able to create income in the world today and have significance and have lifestyle. There's a lot of ways to create income with no lifestyle. There's a lot of ways to create income without significance. But to be able to have all of that all in one place, pretty amazing thing. And I'll tell you how I got introduced to network marketing. My mom worked for a company that was a distributor for a company called Slender Now. Anybody remember Slender Now products? It was a diet powder. And I'm graduating from high school. I'm sitting at home. I have no money. Sitting on the couch watching soap operas. And I gotta get some money for the weekend, somehow. And I saw my mom's canisters of Slender Now products. It was like a little suitcase, a little briefcase, kind of, that had the Slender Now canisters inside it. I said, you know what? I could drive to a nice neighborhood, knock on some doors, and maybe some homemakers would want to lose some weight. Okay. So I put on my little JCPenney suit, right? I get in the family truckster. You remember those station wagons with the wood on the side? I was in one of those. We got to yell every time they yell. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, good. So I get in the car and I start driving. And anybody ever done door-to-door sales? Anybody? A few of you? Okay. I'm sorry. So I go to this fancy neighborhood, and I'm driving around saying, okay, I gotta stop at some point. I gotta stop. Driving. So, enough with it. This house looks good enough. So I'm like, okay, I get out of my car, grab my little suitcase, and I start walking to the door. And I get about halfway there. It's probably 150 feet from the car to the front door. And I get about halfway there, around the corner comes a Doberman Pinscher. And his lips are curled all the way back. He's growling. No leash. And I'm like, step. And as soon as I took like the third step, he's bolting for me. Never barked, not one time. Bolting for me, like his hind legs are in front of his front legs. Flying at me, and I'm running as fast as I can to get back to the station wagon. I get back almost all the way there, reach for the door, he jumps for my head. I take the suitcase, I swing around, bam! I hit him in the side of the head, and he spun around. I got the door open, he goes for my legs, bam! I hit him again. I get in the car, slam the door shut, and you ever saw the movie Fletch from a long time ago? The dog's right on the windshield going, barking now, right? So what I joke when I tell people is the Cambridge diet plan saved my life, right? The suitcase. But that was my whole experience when it comes to network marketing. When it comes to sales. When somebody approached me about network marketing, I immediately went to that sweaty moment and said, well, no, I don't want to do that. I have to knock on doors, I have to do things that are uncomfortable, I have dogs chasing me, this will be not fun at all. But when I was introduced, it was a moment that kind of changed things for me, because the person that introduced me was a millionaire. He said, I think we've got a way to make some extra money. And he showed me the opportunity. This was back in 1988. And I looked at it and I said, you know what, I'm not interested. And he and my father, who were partners, said, you know, that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. It took away all my ammunition, because the only thing worse than being broke was having them succeed and leave me behind. That would have been the worst. So I said, okay, I pulled my dad aside and said, Dad, would you loan me a few dollars so I could buy the starter package here and get going? And he did. I'm sure in his mind he was like, this is just one more piano lesson, one more soccer league, one more whatever. Hope my son finds himself. I had 18 jobs before I was 23. But you think about it, it's hard to do. You gotta apply, you gotta get accepted, you gotta go to work, you gotta get fired, you gotta do it all over 18 times. For real, no joke. So they took pity on me and I got started. And what I want to tell you is, I'm going to fast forward because I don't have a lot of time this afternoon. You got some great speakers that are going to be speaking to you this afternoon. I'll just fast forward and tell you, 3 years in, I had rebuilt my organization 7 different times. I built it up, fallen apart. Built it up, fell apart. Built it up, fell apart. Tried every approach in the world. I'd get them all going, get them all excited. I'd be the motivator. And then nobody would do anything unless I was there motivating. And then I try to be tough. I'm going to bring in a new group. I'm going to be tough this time. Right? And everybody said, we're not working for you, kid. So they quit. So then I tried the love approach. We're just going to love everybody. Hugs and kisses and love and light. And nobody sold anything. Everybody just hugged each other. That was it. I tried the party approach. We're just going to have parties. And we'll sell in between. That created problems you can't imagine. Not good. Party approach. So anyway, all these gimmicks, all these hooks I was looking for, because I was convinced that there was something that was going to give me the edge, because these other people were successful and I wasn't. And I'll tell you the day that changed my whole life. I was the night before a convention, and one thing that I was taught early on is to never miss a company event, a big event, so I figured out a way, even though I didn't have the money. The night before a convention, I was watching CNN, and on CNN there was this obscure expert. This crazy, ready? So anyway, I'm watching CNN. There's this obscure expert. This obscure expert's on. And they're talking about some strange topic. You ever watch like Pawn Stars or what Storage Wars or those types of shows where they say, we have this sword. We don't know what it's worth. Let's go find a sword expert. And they find the sword expert. It was somebody like that. Strange, obscure guy. And what went through my mind is, how does somebody become an expert on that topic? I don't get it. They said, well, they would have to have an experience. Maybe they knew everybody. They probably read every book there was. They probably have just surrounded it long enough that eventually CNN called because they were the expert. Okay. Nothing happened then. The next day, what happened to me is I'm sitting in the room, and how many of you have been in network marketing more than 3 years? Okay. You'll understand what I'm saying here. At the beginning, the big events and all the superstars walking across the stage with the flowers and the oversized checks and the tears and the stuff was really inspiring. And then it wasn't so inspiring. Then I started saying, what's wrong with me? Why can't these people, why are they at the top and I'm not at the top? This is so frustrating to me. I couldn't figure it out. So I was kind of unmotivated at this event. So I'm sitting there in the room, and it's the parade of tears, thanking their group, and big oversized checks, and trophies and awards. And it was literally like getting hit by lightning. What happened to me was, it was like, wait a minute. What if the guy, just like on CNN, what if I decided to become an expert at this, at network marketing? And instead of looking for shortcuts, instead of looking for angles, instead of looking for an easy way, what if I just dropped all that? Forgot about timing, positioning, luck, any of that. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to become world class at network marketing. I went, wait a minute. If I do that, I'll be on the stage. No problem. So, in one moment, I will tell you, for my first 3 years in network marketing, the dominant emotion in my body was fear. Fear of loss, lost opportunity, fear I wasn't good enough, tons of fear. And in one instant, when I made that decision, all the fear went away. Fear was gone out of my body in network marketing at that moment. I said, okay, what are the skills I need to develop? And I started that weekend doing the research on what are the skills. And I found out there's only 7. 7 skills. 1, finding people to talk to. 2, inviting those people to take a look at your product or opportunity in a world-class way that gets results and duplicates, right? 3, presenting in a way that works and duplicates. Number 4, following up. Because most people don't join after 1 exposure. It's 4 to 6 exposures. Number 5, closing. How to help them actually join in a way that isn't pushy, in a way that works for everybody. Number 6, getting them started properly so you can actually get duplication. And number 7, building for events, putting butts in seats. Those are the 7 skills. That's it. There aren't 70. So I started immediately. I was like an investigative reporter. I was finding everybody who was the best and finding people to talk to. I said, okay. And I would literally interview people to pull out what they knew. I found the best at inviting and developed over the course of 25 years a process that absolutely guaranteed will work for the next 100 years. It's just solid, right? How to present, because I was a good presenter, but I wasn't presenting in a way that would duplicate, so my group wouldn't grow. So I needed to find that balance, right? So when that happened, here's what happened to me. Here's the rest of my career. By age 29, I made $980,000 in commissions, my 29th year. To date, you know, over the course of my career, I've earned over $15 million in commissions. I've done a lot of things. Trained 250,000 people around the world. Helped a lot of people grow. Well, let's give these guys a big round of applause. Come on in, guys. We'll let them get settled. All right, so here's the story. Here's the moral of the story. If you'll work on the skills, your future's guaranteed. If you work on luck, timing, positioning, anything else, I know tons of people in network marketing that were in the right place at the right time and they made a ton of money, and guess what? They don't have it anymore. Guess why? They didn't have the skills, so they couldn't replicate it. When something happened, when the worst case scenario showed up, they couldn't do it again. They couldn't make it happen again. So I've used those skills to to build organizations of over half a million people around the world, 60 countries. I've trained in 30 plus countries. I've trained face-to-face, well over 250,000, probably 300,000-400,000 people, face-to-face. It's been an amazing career. But what I want to tell you is a couple things. First of all, there are 5 principles, something for your notes, if you're taking notes. 5 principles that I've come to realize are a fact in network marketing. And before I start those 5 principles, let me just tell you one thing. There's a catch to network marketing. Do you want to know what the catch is? There's a catch. Everybody say, well, what's the catch? Oh, you guys are good. Here's the catch. You have to accept temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people.
That's true.
You have to embrace the fact that ignorant people will think less of you for a period of time. If you can't embrace that, network marketing is not for you. You got to accept that they're in the matrix, you're not. And they're going to be pointing at you and making fun of you in the meantime. If you can't accept that, network marketing's not for you. If you can embrace it, I got to the point where I'm excited about the fact that I am who I am, and if people ask, what do I do? I'm a network marketing professional. What do you do? See what I'm saying? Yes. It's different than saying, well, I'm kind of do this thing, and I operate out of my house, and you're hiding. I think a tipping point is going to come in network marketing when people say, I'm a banker, but I'm also a network marketing professional. I'm a real estate salesperson, but I'm also a network marketing professional. I'm a waiter, but I'm also a network marketing professional. See what I'm saying? When people hear that 3, 4, 5, 6 times, they're going to go, wait, well, there must be something I'm missing. Something had to have changed inside of this profession for it to work. So, the catch, I'm telling you, the catch that I just described to knock 90% of the people who quit out of the business. That catch. Because they're so invested in their neighbor thinking well of them. What I realize is my neighbor wasn't thinking about me anyway. He wasn't paying my bills, wasn't thinking about me, wasn't caring about me. Once I accepted that, I was like, okay, I guess my future's mine. And that includes family. You've got to include the temporary loss of social esteem from your family. It's one of the hard ones. Okay, let me give you the 5 principles. Principle number 1. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. It's not perfect. It's got problems. It's the most emotional business you will ever be in your entire life. It is emotional. There are ups and there are downs and it's an emotional whirlwind all the time. But it's still better. It's better than blue collar work. It's better than working for somebody else in a job. It's better than being involved in sales and have the economy tip you upside down every couple of years. It's better than traditional small business. That's brutal work. How many people have started your own business before, non-network marketing business? How many people just absolutely loved it? A few of you? How many people would love to get your money back? Be great, right? It's tough. If you make money in your own small business, you earn every single penny. You're the lowest paid person in the room. You just put in more hours than everybody else. Do everybody's job. So So it's better than doing that. It's better than being an investor. You want to invest in today's marketplace? Good luck. Hope you do well. Hope you survive. So it's not perfect. Understand. You're going to get frustrated. There's going to be times when you're mad at network marketing. But it's still better. If you work on the skills, you don't have to worry about anything else. If you don't work on the skills, guess what? You might make some money, but it's going to come back down to whatever level of skill you've developed. That's it. So that's number one. Number two, like any profession, number two, sorry. If you're going to be involved, decide to be a professional. Decide to go pro. If you're going to do it anyway. And I'm not saying full-time. I'm saying if you're working 10 hours a week, that's fine. But in those 10 hours, really give it some serious effort. If you'll do that, your future's going to be okay. So, number two, if you're going to be involved, be a professional. Number three, like any profession, there are skills that you need to develop. Right? We talked about the 7 skills. 7 skills that you need to develop if you're going to be involved. Number 4, it's going to take some time. You've heard about these rags to riches stories. Behind every rags to riches story is a person that worked their butt off for 5 to 7 years before that rags to riches story happened. Behind every single one of them. No such thing as rags to riches, really. It's going to take some time, and that's okay. I have a little formula that I've seen over 25 years that holds pretty true. And it's the 1-3-5-7 formula. It's going to take you about a year of consistent practice and study to become competent and profitable in your business. I think you can hang out. You can make money, you're okay, you've got some basic skills, you're not rich. Number 2, it's going to take about 3 years for you to replace whatever income you're making now. 3 years of consistent effort to replace your income. It's going to take about 5 years to become, I would say, a significant 6-figure a year earner. And it's going to take about 7 years for you to become world class. 7 years to become world class. Now, how many think 7 years is a long time? A few of you? How long has it been since 9/11? 12 years? 12. What have you become world class at in the last 12 years? 12 years. You could have become world class almost twice in network marketing since 9/11. There's lots of time. It goes by quickly. You'll learn a lot and you'll grow a lot. And the last thing I'll tell you, the number 5, is it's all worth it. It's worth it. And it's worth it for reasons that you wouldn't imagine. Yes, I've earned a lot of money, many millions of dollars. I've earned 7 figures a year for a long time. And from that creates lots of choices and options. I mean, the chance to live where you want to live and do what you want to do and go where you want to go and not worry about price when you go shopping. Not have to say, how much is that airfare before you buy the ticket? You know what I mean? Not having to worry about what the prices are on the menu. I mean, I've lived that life for a long time because of network marketing. And if you'd like that, and I'll tell you, one of the things that drove me to that was I grew up in a family that was not that. My family was middle class, loving family. I never went hungry. But the culture of my family is they lived to get a deal, to get a bargain, to find a tag that was mislabeled on the store and they could get it for less than it was worth. Wow. Garage sales. Our whole family would be stacked up outside the stores that were opening up for one-day only liquidation sales. And I don't mind getting a bargain, that's fine. Actually, I do a little bit. I don't like getting a bargain. I want to pay fair price. Because if I'm getting a bargain, somebody else is having pain, right? I don't mind paying fair price. Whatever's fair. I don't want to overpay. But I'll tell you how I felt in my family's house. I felt like, have you ever seen the movies where, like a Harry Potter movie, and all the tables mounted with food. Every kind of food in the world. Big, huge banquet table. And all the lords and the ladies are around the table, they're eating the food. Except my family who's under the table. Hoping that a drumstick falls off. We say, hey, we got one. We didn't have to pay anything for this. We just had to live under the table. So for me, I said, you know what, I'm not going to live like that. And I'm not going to have my family live like that. I'm going to live different. I'm going to pay fair price. Last week, it was my mom's 70th birthday. And I've got a great mom. And her favorite car in the world is the Mini Cooper. So last week, we went into the dealer. And I have a video of it, but I don't have it here to show you. Went to the dealer and said, I want that Mini Cooper, red with the white stripes. I want the little British flags on the rear view mirrors. I want heated seats. I want cooled seats. I want turbo. I want everything. And then we took her to her birthday and had the car parked outside with balloons and a big bow. Right? For my mom. Now, how many of you would like to do that for your mom? Or somebody that's valuable in your life? That's what network marketing can do, right? So yes, you're going to get stuff if you work hard. But that's not the big value. The people you're going to meet while you're building your business will change your life for the better. The places you'll see. I've been all over the world. I've been, on the Wailing Wall of Jerusalem, and the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, and the Great Barrier Reef, and, the James Bond Island off of Thailand, and everywhere in the world. I've seen it all because of network marketing. And been able to do it in style. I didn't have to backpack to get through Europe. You know what I mean? So the things you're going to see, the people you're going to be able to help, not only family, but charities, causes that are important to you, organizations that are important to you, you're going to be able to do significant things. I work with a charity called the Starkey Hearing Foundation. And at their big gala at the end of July, just for the last 12 months, I'll bring them a check for about between $400,000 and $500,000 for the last 12 months. That's going to help. It takes about $50 per child, and then they leverage that 5. So what's 500,000 divided by 50? Anybody know? 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 times 5. So that's 50,000 children are going to be helped around the world because of just that, right? I'm not saying any of that to brag. What I'm saying is network marketing will do that for you. If you want to walk in with a check to your favorite organization, say, you know what, I just want to be a blessing to this organization because I believe in what you do, that's what network marketing can do for you. It's not just about paying your bills. And lastly, what I'll tell you is the biggest benefit is the person you're going to become. You're going to, as a person, the grinding wheel? Big wheel that just grinds, and they lay a piece of iron on it, and they sharpen that piece of iron. Yeah. Network marketing is the grinding wheel for you as a person. You'll be laid on the grinding wheel, and you'll be sharpened, you'll be molded on your own. You're going to be doing it to yourself. Nobody's doing it to you. But you'll be pushed in such a positive way that you're going to become such an amazing person as a result of your experience here. That's the biggest benefit. I really was an 18-job guy, $5 an hour guy, scared to death, behind on everything, when network marketing showed up in my life. And then I was placed on the grinding wheel. And I learned, and I grew, and I matured, and I developed, and I got better. So, as Jim Rohn would say, it's a good goal to be a millionaire, not for the money, but for what you're going to have to become in order to become a millionaire. As a person, as a leader, as a person of influence, as a person of compassion. That's what this can do for you. Do you understand? So yes, look at the cause you've already got attached. I work with the Starkey Hearing Foundation. Look at the cause you've already got attached with the water around the world. It's amazing what you can do. But you got to do it. You got to go. You got to grow. You know why I work with the organization that I work with? I'll tell you a quick story. Harvey McKay is a good friend of mine. Harvey is How to Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, author. Very successful guy, very, rich dude. And I interviewed him about 2 years ago. And I said, Harvey, what's the key to your success? Big question. He's 80 years old, worth a ton of money, had lived a huge life. He said, Eric, my dad sat me down at age 21. And he said, Harvey, starting today, 25% of your business life is going to be devoted to volunteerism. I'm like, what? Of your time? I'll give you money. When I'm rolling, I'm generous. When I'm not rolling, I got to get rolling again. I'll get some more money, then I'll give. But your time? And if you watch the interview, because I videoed it, if you watch the interview, you'll see my brain got rewired in that moment. Because it just baffled me. You're telling me a day and a half out of a 5-day week is volunteerism? He said, yeah. He said, let me tell you why that's the key to my success. I started volunteering for everything. Red Cross and Salvation Army and the works. Cancer Society, everything. And I got on those boards, I started raising money, and I went out, and number one, I became a better salesperson. Number two, I became a better leader. Number three, I met an amazing group of people that were connected everywhere in the world. Number four, I was tied to goodness happening in the world, and I could see the results of how it was happening. It changed everything for me. And I decided at that moment, okay, done. Just like that little defining moment at the convention, when I decided to go pro, I decided, okay, that's why there's between $400,000 and $500,000 going to be given to the Starkey Hearing Foundation this year. Well, you know why? Not because I'm writing a big check, but because I'm an influential person and I can get other people to see a cause that's important, and so can you. You can tie a cause right to your organization and say, guess what? Part of what we're doing is going to lead to this. You can get creative with your mind to do something special. Every single one of you. And you don't need to wait to get rich first. None of you do. I wish that for you. It would change everything for you. It changed it for me. Got really, really special, really, really fast. Same thing can happen for you, okay? So network marketing is the key to all these things. The start of all these things. Now, I want to tell you a couple things, and then I'm going to wrap up. I never wrote a book until recently. I launched this book, Go Pro. All the 7 skills that we talked about are in here. How many people already own this? A few of you? All right, fantastic. All the 7 skills are in here. I put 25 years basically worth of knowledge and understanding in here. And I launched this book, and it was released May 1st of this year. And here's the really cool thing. I told you I'm an activist for network marketing. I want to shake up the world a little bit when it comes to their perception of our profession. And it's been released 61 days now. And today, still today, 61 days later, it's the #1 book in multi-level marketing. It's the #1 book in marketing. It's the #1 book in sales and selling. It's the #1 book in entrepreneurship. It's the #1 in a couple more categories, whatever it is. Right? And it's been 61 straight days in Amazon's top 100 books in the world. Right? Cool stuff. Pure network marketing book. I didn't just mention network marketing in the middle. Pure network marketing book. Cool stuff, right? I want the whole world to say, what is going on? This network marketing stuff. It's, we've licensed it in 19 different countries now that they're working to publish it around the world. But here's what I'd like to do. I've got 10 of them, 10 signed copies. First 10 that get right here, we'll get they're gone. Sorry, dude. Okay. Here's what I will tell you, a couple things. If you want to get a copy, Amazon, you can go to Amazon.com and just type in GoPro. You can get a Kindle version, or for your reader, or you can get paperback versions. If you want to get the audio book, which I read the book, you can go to GoPro. Oh man. Go to networkmarketingpro.com. Look on the right side, and you'll see the audio book banner. Networkmarketingpro.com. You'll see the audio book. You can download it. And if you want to get 10 copies or more for your group, which I'd highly recommend, most of the companies in the profession are doing that, you can get them at a discount, like $6 a piece. Okay? So anyway, I didn't come here to sell books. I just want you to know, first of all, this book will help your business, for sure. It'll help your business. Second, it'll help with duplication throughout your organization. It'll give you kind of some power. And I'd like you to put it in the face of the biggest skeptic that you know. To say, just read this. It's number one for a reason. Read it. And that'll tell me about all you know about network marketing. Okay? I think it'll help you. Now, last thing I'll tell you is this. You're in the right place at the right time. You've got a great company, you've got great leadership, you've got great products, you've got great systems, you've got a great culture. But you've really just got to make a decision. You going to do this or not? Really? How many people in your gut say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay. If you had hesitation there, you got to go examine that hesitation and understand, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do this? If not this, then what? What's your plan for the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years in order to be able to create freedom for your life? I want you to have what I have. I want you to have freedom. If I could describe network marketing in one word, it's freedom. The ability to do what you want to do with the people that you want to do it with. The thing that I like about the extra income is I'm able to bring people along that can't afford it otherwise. You know what I'm saying? When we had our spring break, I rented a house, an island house in Florida, and we had everybody down. Just a huge place. On an island with our boat. Steve, you were there. It was great, right? And after you left, we did a little business for the first week or so, and then for 3 weeks we just had platoon after platoon of family coming in on our dime to have a kind of a family reunion, that they couldn't have had any other way. That's what's fun for me. I'd wish that for you. So let me tell you this. Ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we have a better way. Now it's your responsibility to go tell the world. Everybody have a great day. It was great to spend some time with you.